Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you literally learn how to be the magician of your life. I'm a manifestation coach. All the information is below. I coach with emails and audios specifically tailored to your situation, your dilemma you're having, your manifestational goals. Usually, I recommend you spend at least a month with me. It's unlimited emails and audios. In 2 weeks from now, by September 1st, the price will go up from $500 to $750. So I would really recommend you take advantage of it now. Unless you don't mind to pay a higher price. I don't know. So we're going to talk about, and please use Cash App if you can. It's a lot quicker, and then we can just get on with it. We're going to talk about how to bring them back with lightning speed, even if the situation between you and this person went really, really bad, really sour. Okay. So first of all, everybody has their own story, and people will be like, "Oh my God, you don't understand. My story is so bad. My circumstance is so bad." Like, okay, I get it that you think that, but there is no such situation that is so bad that cannot be changed. The other thing I would say is that if you browse the internet, if you go through YouTube videos of other different people who call themselves teachers, you will find a lot of misinformation. So I just want to get this out of the way in the beginning and then talk about what you need to do. It's not a sin to bring anybody back. There's no karma for it, okay? In your reality, you get to say what goes, who appears, who reappears, who disappears. Okay? Because it's your creation. This person was your creation in the first place. Okay? And so if things went awry with this person, you basically created it. Okay, the short of it is that you created it. I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but the sooner we get to the point of how creation works, I think the faster you will understand, and the faster you will get results. So I'm all about results, right? If you're angry at this person, if they made you angry, if they acted in a way that really just, drove you up the wall, well, that's the first thing that you need to correct, okay? Because nobody is going to come back into your life if you're angry with them. The situation is that your thoughts do create your reality. And the way they create your reality is that if you're thinking of this person and part of you is definitely, wants to bring them back, but the other part is really angry with them, there's going to be delays. Okay, you're angry at your own creation. Okay, you're angry at your own creation, and even though we're not taught to think this way, we're taught to think, oh, this is a person independent of me and they deliberately wanted to hurt me. Okay, that's one point of view. But another would be that you created this person in order to show yourself how powerful you really are. And so if you created the shitty version of them, you can also create the good version of them. Now, your thoughts go out into the universe, and if you're thinking of them in the bad way, they're not coming back. It's like somebody receiving an email from you and saying, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Well, guess what? This person is probably not going to want to come around and see you anytime soon because nobody wants to get involved with people who are unpleasant to them, even though they may be at fault. Now, if the reverse is true and you find it in your heart to forgive them and you create a new version of them by rescripting them, then a different kind of energy goes out into the universe and directly communicates with their mind. It doesn't matter if they blocked you on every possible device, social media, whatnot, you're not even talking to them. It doesn't matter, because the way you do talk to them is through the energy world. Okay, so you really need to pay attention what kind of signals you're putting out there about this person. So forgiveness would be step one if you're really pissed off at this person. And really understanding that the only person really that you need to forgive is yourself, because you created that. Okay? In effect, you're saying to yourself, wow, what a sloppy creation. I'm so disappointed in myself. Well, this is twofold: forgiveness to the other person and forgiveness to yourself, because how do you bring them back at lightning speed is to understand that they don't have a say in your reality. Okay? You are imposing your thoughts onto them, and so they're basically just mirroring it back to you. That's all that's happening. So if up until now you've been projecting thoughts of, I'm so disappointed, they left, whatever happened, this was so unpleasant, blah, 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 blah. This is exactly the kind of story that needs to change. And all of a sudden, even if you don't know how it's going to change, you don't care. You all of a sudden, just right now, you start to play a different message to the universe. I'm so happy we're spending time. I'm so happy they came and apologized. I'm so happy now we're stronger than ever, even especially because of what we went through and how bad things got. I'm so happy that, they're taking me out to dinner, whatever it is that you want for them to do. If you saturate your mind with those kinds of things, instead of the things that made you really dislike them, all of a sudden they're going to get a thought in their head that, oh, you know what? I want to forgive this person. I want to talk to them. I want to ask for their forgiveness. Because your thoughts went out into the universe and created something different other than the old shit that's been regurgitated by you. Okay? And it might not happen immediately, but it certainly will happen a lot faster than whatever you've been experiencing. Like, chances are you haven't been talking to this person for a while. So the thing here is to be consistent and decide once and for all that this is the route you're now taking. You're completely abandoning the old story, and you're 100% fusing with this new ideal story. Okay, that's really what needs to happen. And for most people, it doesn't happen until you forgive this person. All right, once you really, really forgive this person and understand they literally had no say in your reality, only you do, and only you did, then it's kind of like ridiculous. Who are you even mad at? What are you even mad about? You can change it right now instead of being mad about it all day long. Again, I want to stress, your thoughts are recognized by the universe immediately. It's another kind of internet thought world. It's a lot faster. It's a lot more effective than any kind of email you can write, any kind of Facebook message or whatever, text message. So whatever you need to do to bring yourself to a point where you're no longer angry, and some people, do need to express certain emotions, and I encourage that on my channel 100%. There are coaches that will tell you, you're fucking things up if you're being angry. Well, you know what? Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you have to be angry and express that 100%. And then move on to your manifestation. So that coupled with forgiveness, it's the work that has to be done in the 3D. Like, sometimes there's no way that you can avoid it. and move on to the new story. So I'm not encouraging in any shape or form for you to suppress your emotions. Absolutely not. I think you do need to validate your emotions 100%, but at the same time, understand what's really happening. Okay, you're reacting to your own creation. And yes, those feelings need to be processed, but then let's create something different so that you can start reacting to that creation, which is a lot more favorable. Okay? Because what happens is if people don't clear their emotions, like anger, resentment, and all this kind of stuff, you know what? It's just going to be in the background of your subconscious mind and come up regardless. So you might as well clear it now, in the absence of this person, while you're still not seeing them in 3D, and recreate the entire thing completely. Okay, so that you now get to play this game of manifestation entirely by your I guess rules, you would say, but there are no rules. Entirely the way that you want to play it from the very beginning. So when you clear the air and you're suddenly feeling so light about it and you're no longer resorting to the old story, now you really can play jazz, so to speak. I mean, now you really can create something that is worth talking about in your mind all day long. Okay, and my personal belief is that only when you do clear the old story do you get to create the new story. There's no parallel, it doesn't work. It's just like it's one or the other, right? So if you're still coming up with the old story once in a while, it means that there's some letting go of to do there, okay? And you really have to surrender this story, as dear to your heart as it might be, okay, in order for it to evaporate, essentially become non-existent. Guys, the result that this will give you is overnight. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to take you overnight to forgive this person, but once you do, it's like the air has cleared. This is when you really get to create this person. It's not going to take a long time at all for this person to reappear in your life because they feel drawn to you now. There's a different kind of energy going on with you. And they will be so magnetically attracted to you, they're not going to even be able to explain it to themselves. Because now all of a sudden the energy changed in the atmosphere. You're sending out a different signal. You're saying more things like, oh, isn't this person so beautiful? I miss when we did this Y and Z, and I'm grateful for the way they are. And you just come up with really nice things to talk about them in your mind, creating the new story as you actually want to live it. And I mean, when you go to a party and you compliment somebody, what kind of reaction do you get? Everybody loves compliments. This is exactly why gratitude works so well. So if you're grateful for this new rekindled connection that came to you at lightning speed, what kind of conversations would you have with this person? And again, I want to stress, you don't have to concoct a way this is going to happen. All you have to do is let go of the old story and forgive the person. Just completely let go of it. Disconnect from the old story. It's not serving you, okay? And you don't have to come up with a way it's going to, all of a sudden, this person is going to be inevitable. This person will get signs of their own. This person will get thoughts nonstop of you, images of you. They will reminisce like you're reminiscing. It's going to be a mirror. All the thoughts will be mirrored from your mind to theirs. So be careful what you think about. I mean, I'm literally telling you right now to watch your thoughts, because that's what that's what creates, period. And when you do that, let me know how quickly this will work, because some of you will be spooked, because not everybody's going to do it correctly, which is why I'm offering coaching. But some of you are really going to get spooked. And I want you to let me know how fast it worked for you, because this person will call you or text you or this, that, and the other. It's not that hard. You just have to create a new narrative within your mind so that their narrative about you can change as well. Okay, because like I said, nobody wants to interact with a person who's angry at them or remembers the old story. Maybe they too want to have a new story with you. They too want to create a new life with you, a new beginning. And this whole time you're like, the old story, the old story, the old story. Let it go. Try the new story and let me know how it works. Until next time, thanks for listening. Ciao, ciao.